Hello guys, it's me again, Unboxing Hands, and today we are going to, or to be more accurate with you guys, yesterday night we played a few rounds of this one, Life Force Salamander, aka Gradient. And so, did I like it? Do I recommend this game? Sure do. Most of you guys already heard of this one, probably. But to me, it's kind of a new experience and kind of not. I didn't pay much attention to this game back in the day. Didn't play much of any shmups for that matter. I was mostly into, in this era, into LucasArts games, right? And other types of games, platform games as well, but not as much shmups. The closest to the shmups I played was like beaten ups, and that doesn't really compare because I wanted to have some kind of meat to the game, so to say, with some learning curve to it. But this one I can really appreciate nowadays when I don't have much of the time to play any game, because I'm mostly into other things that is work related, because I am shifting in career, and that takes a lot of time from me, from what I have been doing before to what I'm going to do next, which is front-end development and some back-end stuff as well. But it is an interesting field, and a field that is expanding for every day that goes by, especially in these troubling times where most of you guys, including myself, work from home and are depending mostly on internet services of any kind. But why am I telling you this? Because you may be curious of what I'm doing and why I'm not playing games that I used to. So that's my medium short answer to that. So now it's finally time to play this one, Life Force Salamander, and let's see how it goes, shall we? And before we play it, as usual, I will play one of my songs, and this time I will choose All Your Base Are Belongs to Us, one of my earlier songs that I made a few years ago, SID tune, of course, that I made on my C64, and I feel it fits well to this type of game. So, without any further ado, let's show you the gameplay from yesterday, and cheers. Then it's finally time to play this one again after some tries, and I think I have a quite good strategy now what to do, at least for the first level and the second level. When it comes to the third stage, well, that's where the problems arises. I have no direct strategy than to be very observant of what's going on there on the screen. But this first stage is kind of easy. So my recommendations are that you should upgrade all your weaponry as fast as possible,
and always go for the options. So you have these 2 flying orbs besides you, and then you move on to the missiles. So you max those at first, and then I'll show you in a bit here. I really dig the graphics of this game. Don't it look great? It sure is one of NES better looking shmups, in my opinion. What should I do next year now? I believe I'm going to upgrade to the... you sure need to upgrade the speed, as you've seen here. Not too many times, because it will make it much more difficult to maneuver the spacecraft. So you could easily, by accident, fly into a wall. And then when it comes to the weapons, what I did by mistake before, I always went for the lasers, because I thought lasers was the best choice. But as I just did, now I upgraded to the ripple gun, or the sonar look-like type of weapon. And it doesn't really follow the ship in that sense as the laser does. It's like a homing missile type of weapon. You have to play with that one, so you really know what I mean by that. It's hard to explain it, but it follows the ship's movement. But this one does not. So and soon we will end up here with the... that was very close. As I said, we will soon meet the boss of this level, the brain, so to say. I mean, I really like the style of this one, for sure, and the minds of the creators, what they decided to do with it. So it's kind of different as a shooter. Not different when it comes to the upgrades and such, but the scenery, for sure, is very, very organic. That thing I just did now, shooting my way through the wall, I did a lot of mistakes, because if you're too fast and you're not moving to the end, the wall will reappear and crush you. So now we are finally meeting him again. I played through this one so many times now, so this is the easy parts. He's got this extending, whatever those are. Looks like nothing I have seen, but they are like tracking me. And now the eyeball here will appear, and that's where I'm supposed to target the eye. And as you went very fast, so it's easy kill. So the first one is easy to remember. This is the second one, and it's a more top-down shmup type of map, and I really like that they mix things up, so you're not solely depending on the side-scrolling. So it is very important to keep all your upgrades. This makes things much more easier the longer you get in the game, so to say. Because if you lose a life, you will lose everything, all your upgrades, so you're starting from scratch again. It is it is manageable still, at least on this stage, because you have time here, and you could still upgrade your spaceship. But when it comes to the next stage, That's when things gets very, very hard. I haven't seen many guys play through that one without a single upgrade, or at least without a single upgrade as a starting point. But for sure, missiles are very important here, and speed, yeah, you need some speed. So a few upgrades, 3 or 4, will be sufficient. And as I told you before, do not upgrade those speeds too many times, because it will be very easy for you to by accident run into a wall or anything. So keep with 3 or 4. I haven't played more than 3 stages so far, so perhaps I'll finish it today. Who knows? I will try it out even if I lose all my upgrades. So I'll, for practice purposes, I will play it. And it's kind of lagging, which makes things much easier. And that's one trick. Always shoot the gun when there are like tons of stuff going on there on the screen, even if you can't kill off those asteroids. Just go with it. Just try and shoot, because it gets slower, it's lagging, and that will help you to calculate the next movement, so to say. And yeah. There are not much of thinking to this one, because in my opinion this one, if you can bring all your upgrades to this stage, is the easiest stage so far, easier than the first one, in my opinion. But without any, little hard, yeah, but not much. Yeah, what do I think about the graphics? It looks kind of neat. Looks cool. It resembles like the game. What was that one? Xeon 2, or what was the name of that one? It's on the tip of my tongue. Xenon 2. I believe it was Xenon 2. And that one lagged a lot. It was lagging quite a lot because there were tons of things going on the screen. But yeah. So this one is kind of easy. I like balancing. I should destroy all those 3 orbs so I can move on. And I always, at the beginning, I did a few mistakes. I should go through this narrow path, and I didn't. I thought that you could just fly through everything, and oh man, I was wrong. I just crashed into the whatever that is, a station where the orbs were. So let's see here now. This one is not hard, but you have to be very, very focused when playing this one. So you have to destroy those 3 things there in the center, those 3 bricks, so you can reach this center orb. And come on. And yeah. So, well, the tactics, you see what I'm doing. So just moving a little up and down, and when he moves away from you, you don't need to circle around. Just wait for it to, well, yeah, come on. A few more hits and he'll be destroyed. Come on. What I can think of when it comes to laser, it must be the easiest, perhaps, must be the easiest weapon in this particular, on this particular boss. But damn, that was almost died. And by doing so, I will lose all my upgrades. Come on. Another run will do the... yeah. So, I still got all my upgrades, and everything is sweet. And now let's play this third stage, where the problems arise. Yeah, and as you see, they move quite inconsistent. So you sure need to have a fast ship now, getting all of those birds. Fix what I think they look like. And now we are entering this fiery hole, or fire bursting place with lots of enemies. So we should be at the center as much as possible, because it's hard to predict what comes next. You have to be steady in your hand, be fast in your reactions. That's that. Okay. Without the upgrades, I wouldn't last long. Not on this stage. And I haven't passed through this, so cross fingers that I will end this, or at least engage the or be able to meet the end boss. And yeah, so far so good. Those are quite those fire bursts are very, very unpredictable. You sure could calculate by having an extra eye there on the peripherals. Why? Okay, now it's almost impossible to finish this one. So the first thing I am doing now is to upgrade. Should upgrade more speeds. You need as many speeds as you can pull off. Well, okay. It is incredibly hard without any. So, at least for me, perhaps there are a few guys. I mean, could I evade those fireballs? Yeah, that's that, and I think we'll call it quits this time, just to give you an idea of the game. And you should definitely play this one. It is, for sure, a good game. Yeah, so let's turn this NES off and call it a day, shall we? So... until next time, and I haven't decided yet which game to play next. Perhaps I will continue with Alvar, who knows.